Everybody, welcome back to Vintage Story Season 2, Episode 70, and this is it. This is the last episode of this season, and I am finishing early. I concede that, but I am just pulling together. I don't think I've got anything on my back. I don't. Excellent. Right, let me get the things. So I'm just kind of grabbing. Let me get the right. Oh. That one, isn't it? Oh no, I've got a thing in my offhand. That's why. I'm just kind of grabbing the various bits from the forge here. We do need to do one of those over at the new forge. Just so we can get the kind of finishing pieces done down there. I did set myself another 6. For some reason I thought I only had 4 ingot molds, so I set another batch running. And rather than stick them, I may change this yet, but these are the big iron doors. They don't actually work. They cannot be opened by hand. So, but what can they be? I don't exactly understand what you would open them with, because there isn't anything like a pressure plate. There isn't a lever. Other than an iron pipe valve trip lever, which is just, I think, clutter. So how would you open those? Normally, I am somewhat lost. However, what I do want to do is I want to take these out for starters, these 3. There's a reason for that, but first reason for it is we're going to stick them in the ground, and we're going to fail to hit these like so, because I found these, which of course are much better if I can find the things for our forging needs than, so I may actually even have that and that. Just will. I've actually got enough to do those. Let's come on. Let's go out all out, full hog. There we go. And that should give me another 2. No, this should be. Yeah, there you are. Yeah. Oh, thank you. There's your 3. So what we're going to do? This just blends that in nicely, and then we'll stick a hammer in the offhand and that, and we are going to, oh damn it damn it, well, if we do that and then I can find some more. Have I got any more of that? I don't even know whether I have. Need to go and have a look. I probably do need to put doors on, because I heard that there's a growly fella over here, possibly down there, who knows. But we definitely need some more basalt or something like that to finish this off. Now I did use this area over here as a massive dump, and I don't think, see those open, I can't, it's a real pain that you can't do those 2x2. I don't think we've got any. Only got those 3x3s in that styly. But it's just a shame there doesn't appear to be a mechanism to actually open them, which is really surprising. Or is it? I don't know. Maybe it's not surprising at all. I need some more basalt cobble. That's the thing that I do need. So I'm going to have to grab that. And I say I'm going to have to grab it. I may actually have some. Well, 2, is that enough? Might be. Let's go find out. But the objective here is just to get this finished, and then we'll have a my traditional rapid tour of the overview of what we've done. will be somewhat shorter. So that kind of gives you your forge, but then we can get that in. That just gives us 3 forging areas. I don't know what to do is whether to... Do I want to bring that down a level? Is that going to work better? I think maybe it will actually if I just chisel this off. What do we think? And then we can just put some of this peridotite in the floor. Chisel out some bits and pieces up here. I think that might be a winner, you know. I just need I need a pantograph. Which, for whatever reason, I left my chest down here, so let me go and have a look for my pantograph. Oh, and peridotite, let me go and grab some of that as well. A bit of that, maybe, and... Oh, come on. It's got to be a more... Yeah, there we go. That'll do me. Right. I think we definitely need doors, though, because I don't want to get interrupted by unpleasantness every time they... no, so I've only got the... Yeah, I think we're still going to struggle. I'm very tempted to kind of do something with this as well, but we'll deal with the elephant first, and we'll pop that in like so. That works. Now, I'll have to go and see if I've got... I think I really do need something in this corner piece here just to kind of round that out. Maybe just like that. Yeah, we definitely need a corner on there. And then we can throw a bit of U in. One there, one there. Throw a bit of U in, and there. We can take that and relocate it one further in a moment. Let me just break this up. So it's not just a solid wall. That works, I think. I'm not going to go into little tiny micro block details, that's just too much. Especially seeing as, you know, we're barely going to get to use this facility anyway. So while we're at it, we'll put this... Well, while we're at it, we'll put this down. There we go. And the other thing we want to do is chisel up. Interesting. Won't let me chisel those. Okay. Well, we can do that, which probably means I need to bring in a bit of that there. I'll get you out of the way. Yeah, I need to do something with that, don't I, then? Perhaps like that. Maybe that works. I don't know. Again, this is just really largely finishing off, so we'll get this forge to a functional status. Let me just do this, and then we'll throw down some more stuff, like the all-important. It says not putting it down at all. The all-important, let's see, where's the middle? Anvil. Looks a little bit lost, so there's more anvils to go, but we'll get this door, we'll do that. And I need some storage for my ores and likes for all of this lot. I need some storage for my ingots, I need some places for my molds, tools, all the good stuff. And I also need some beams across this, because it really does 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. That's a nice even number, so we can go 3, 6, and that's the middle there, and then we can do, yeah, I think I've got exactly what we need for that. This could be a mistake, because these things have been notoriously twitchy. However, I have got I've got plenty of sealing chains as well, which will come in handy, I'm sure. Don't know what else we've got. Maybe we can put the protective suit rack in. I don't know whether I've got a better one. Not sure. No, not sure. But there's a lot of things we can do in a space like this. So let me just continue working, and I shall be back in a moment. Alright, I brought a whole load more stuff back with me. We are making slow progress. Put some beams in. That one needs redoing actually, but I'll do that now actually while we're there. I brought some tables, those will do as something to stand on. And that yeah, that was a mistake. Right, let's try that again. From middle to middle. That's more like it, yeah. So I brought these tables over. That will do for one bit, but I have built these, which will keep us a little bit safer from the mobs. Now, if I look at here, this with that is lit. That bit is not. But what we can do, and I believe this will work, if I come in here. Do I want you like that? Maybe not. Let's bring you down level. So I have got a coke oven block, but I would like this to be now. I don't know if you recall, but we saw something which I don't even know if it worked, but. Do I keep it simple? I am very tempted to keep it simple and just put these in. Yeah, let's keep it simple. And we'll just get a coke oven going here. I was tempted to try chisel them. I don't think it will play nicely. However, we better check. That is lit because that's all nicely lit, so that addresses that lighting issue. The area where I do have a lighting issue is here. So we're probably going to need to do something here. I don't know exactly what. I don't think we're going to get away with much of that. We do have these, but there's no way we can hang them off of that block. I don't think. Unless, well, let's just see. I really need some dirt, don't I? Because I'm kind of using. Let me get rid of that light level indicator as well. Dirt, give me some dirt. I need some dirt, dirty dirt. Lots and lots of dirt. Thank you very much. So I wonder whether I can get away with putting one of those decorative blocks in. Well, if we come to the middle here, because it will work like that. Now the question is, can I get away at that point? I can. So if I do that, will you then go on that? You won't, because you like a solid block, you git. Right. So here's where we have to start getting cunning. This, I think, is something we can chisel, because I think that is just blocks of stuff, and we have this. Oh, you can't chisel that, can you? Can you not? No. Slate. Slate is my friend here. That's probably the nearest we're going to get to something. Now I don't know if I've got any slate or any smooth slate, more importantly. I could do andesite sand, or even granite sand. That's a nice grey colour. Will you chisel? That's the first question. Let's go and have a look. Oh, but no, it can't be sand. It can't be sand, because I can't place that in such a way that it will work for me. I really do need to sort my inventory out again, don't I, as well? Nothing new there. See, that's too blue. It's blue. Doobadee doobadoo. There's gotta be, I mean, there's granite up there. So I could always just go and get a couple of granite blocks. Granite's not really the colour that I want. It really isn't. You know, there is a reason why I'm talking about slate, and there's a reason why I'm getting increasingly upset that I haven't got any. I'm going to have to go and find some. Let me go and grab that. I'll be back in a second. Alright, we were over here with the slate. I only need a couple of pieces, but of course, to get a couple of pieces does involve getting more. I mean, I swear blind, that is running at me. But yeah, what we'll do is we shall see. That could have gone that way. It didn't have to come straight at me, but it did. It made a conscious choice to come at me. It's just bang out of order, and yeah, I don't like it. I'll take a couple more just to be on the safe side. Just because, and if I do this, what? Look at it. It's after me. It's actively after me. And I do kind of realise that this is somewhat pointless, because obviously we are closing up shop. We are finishing this series. We are game over. So making my coke oven, making all of these things, largely a pointless exercise. But you know what? I like pointless exercises sometimes. They can be somewhat entertaining. Right, so what I think we need to do is it's unstable and might collapse. Oh, come on. You are kidding me. I don't like this unstable thing. This is an annoyance. unstable and might collapse. I mean, that's ludicrous. Right, sorry, I'm not letting this happen. This is not going to ride. Right. And we'll take you and we shall chop you. Oh, creep. That's what happens when you go creative, of course. We need to, oh God, let's just, we'll fix that. Yeah. Give me a block. Get rid of a block. That's right. So now you're not being prissy about things. I'm worrying that you might collapse. See, I think if we look at this, that is 2, so that is there, and then it goes down 2. Now the problem is I'm not sure. You've got 2. No, it does go down. It goes down like that and then in. It's not going to be central. It's going to be extra wide though, isn't it, if I do it like that? Because you're going to end up with that. But then, yeah, you can't get that. It's just not a chiselable shape. Unless we do something like this, which is pretty much, I need to bring you up into the air. Let me get you on the top of that. That will make life easier. No, you're going to need to be, that's 2 that way. Like that. And then like that. Right, let me get rid of this excess. No, that one. Doesn't have to be perfect, but it does have to work for me, otherwise I'm not going to be happy. I mean, you can't think of a better way to finish out a season, can you? Bit of chiseling. And then that will come. This is where it gets a bit weird because it's going to have to be a 5-link chain. No, it's going to actually have to be even more, isn't it? It's going to have to come down like that to have any chance of working. Because then you're going to have to do this. That's going to come down, so you got 1, 1, 2 to there. Like that. Then you've got this coming off of here, like that. So you've got a gap. Then you've got that. And then it's an interesting conundrum, I know this much. If I were to bring you down one, that, because you are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you are 2, 4, 5. No, these are 5, aren't they? That's right, 5, 5, 5. It's not going to play nicely, I know that much. I mean, I suppose the other thing is I just do a straight 2x2 straight down. Tell you what, let's finish that off. I think that works. What we shall do is we shall pop you there. We'll pop our candelabra on it, and then we'll go and get my pantograph, because I appear to have put it away, and pantograph that in. And then I need some candles, which of course I've not even... What are we doing pantograph? Grief. Put my pantograph somewhere. It's got to be somewhere. There. Boop. And maybe it will allow me to pantograph this in. I don't like that unstable. You can't chisel this because it might collapse thing. See that? That works. I don't need the game to tell me when something's unstable. It shouldn't be collapsing on me when I'm chiseling. The idea of chiseling is partly to cheese the system of things collapsing. Right, now I just need candles, and we've covered off that problem, and that can go away and that can go away. And then we just need to put some more bits and pieces around the place. So for example, there is a block and tackle. I can pop that possibly there. It has a purpose in life. It doesn't have to be sensible, it just has to have that kind of a purpose. A bit of block and tackle there. I did bring some pipes over, but to be honest, you know, there's limitations to how much clutter you can throw about. You know, that can go in, we can get one, we can stick one of those, well, maybe not there because I've got other plans for that, but we could always stick one outside, you know, just, in fact both of them could go outside. That all works. There's a lot of bits and pieces we can do, but we need some candles, so I'll sort that out, and I need to go and get some more stuff from the thing. I also need some food because I am getting incredibly food hungry. I'm eating just the bits and pieces of crap in my inventory, if you'll pardon the phrase. So I'll put the pantograph and the chisel and stuff away for now because I don't think we really need it. Let me head back, get some more stuff. I'll be back in a moment. While we're over here, and I'm going to have to get some more things. I've got a couple of candles I need to go. I want to just have a look in it. Yeah, we have actually got the next gen of chucks in here, which is interesting. I'm not going to do anything with them now. That's I think the 10 generations thing is, if I am brutally honest, I think that is excessive. I think they should be tame sooner. Oh, come on. That's personal opinion, obviously. I mean, given the length of time it takes to breed, get them to hatch, get them to grow up, do the next generation. I mean, chickens haven't got a huge generational gap, but some of the other animals have got huge generational gaps in the moment. You're having a couple more in the lights off this. This is going to be a pain. So having to get 10 generations before they are completely bred in. That's honey. There we go. Right, let me. Squidge those out. That should give me enough for at least another 2. So that'll be four candles. Oh dear. Just realised what we ended up with there. We ended up with a joke. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go and Google the 2 Ronnies fork handles or fork handles, and you'll see what I mean. It is probably, in my opinion, one of the funniest comedy sketches ever written. The 2 Ronnies were geniuses, and you know, again, that's my opinion, but I'm sorry, it's the one that counts. It is the one that counts for me anyway. You know, you're entitled to have your own, and that can count for you. We can agree to differ. But yeah, I genuinely do think that is probably one of the funniest comedy sketches ever written. So we'll have that can go down there. We can put the amble mold there. We can put the cauldron mold can go there. So that's in. That's all of that. We won't be able to do this in the next version. We won't be able to faff around with watering cans. That's a surefire way to destroy your molds. So that's interesting. Let me. There we go. We have a slight issue here. So I think we do need to do something there. I wonder if I've got any more chains, because I could just run a thing down. Then there's just a little bit of ore to sort out, some storage, and I think that can be classed as good. Maybe not perfect. We can definitely find a home for you though. I also want to make some crates to store stuff in. There we go. Oh, that's a ceiling hook. That's a ceiling's chain. That's a ceiling. Oh wow, we've got lots of chains. Of course, I did to turn on everything working, didn't I? So that was a thing. Oh, protective suit. Right, let's take that one as well. We'll have that in there. It just kind of adds to it. It's not going to be as complete as my Forge on the Gears server, but I never expected it to be. But we can definitely place that there for a bit of thing. We can take you off of there. In fact, we'll take the whole lot down, and we'll start off with some ceiling chain, followed by that, and oh no, we won't. That's a broken chain. Okay, it's not that one, therefore it must be this one. Ceiling chain, ceiling chain, ceiling hook. Yeah, it works. So I think that should make everything spawn safe in here. We have a functional space. What we need now is some storage, which is going to go up here, and we'll bring the ingots, the nuggets down. Obviously we've got copper, we're going to have lead, we're going to magnetite, valerite, all of the stuff we bring down. So I need to get myself some crates, I think. Yeah, let me sort that out. I'll be back in a second. Alright, and that I think is going to be our forge. We do need a fire, which probably should be back there actually. That maybe one of these needs to be a block, but I'm not entirely sure whether that charcoal will catch fire, so maybe not. But we've got a forge, we've got our metals, we've got our ores, got the overflow stuff that doesn't really fit in, quench tank, anvil, and of course, you know, I could come over here for example, and if I were really truly bothered about this, I could grab that anvil and we could have 2 anvils, because let's be honest, most forgers probably don't have one, they probably have more than 1 anvil. So, you know, we can get that in there as well. So we've got 2. And you know what? I am happy with that as a solution. We will take that as a screen. There we go. Try again. As a screenshot for the end of the season. We got it in. We put the tapestries in. We've got all of the stuff. It is a shame that we're not going to get to use it and we're not going to continue to build out this area down here, but there's just a lot of things happening right now. Obviously we're starting to talk about Rusty Gears Season 4. I'm currently playing the Iron Man series. I want to start a Nomad series. I am tempted to wait until 1.2. 1.20 pre is out, and I'm starting to do some kind of, I suppose, mod showcase equivalent videos of some of the features. So by the time this is out, you'll have seen the second one. I've already done the Shiver and the Bowtorn mob. It will be there. There is rumoured to be a 3rd flying mob, the Arel. It does exist in the code, but it doesn't. Or it exists in the config. It doesn't exist in any way that you can actually get in and use it. You can't spawn it in. Let me just. Oh, hang on. That's why. Okay, let's pop you away and you away. We'll pick you up, but let's just. Oh, I appear to already have one on my back. Okay. Let's just put you down. I appear to be carrying something. Let's go and put that away then, because that is almost certainly some additional stuff for here. So there's a lot going on. I am going to be. These are all the. Yeah, let's just take that. We'll put away what we can, and we'll pop you in there. Limonite's not going to go in. Copper's not going to go in. That's not going to go in. Galanamite, cassiterite won't. Bronze bits won't. Sphalerite, I think, is that one. And Galana is that one. Lovely. Right, eat that. And then we can go and things. So, yeah, there's a lot changing. I mean, this is what... You know, I upgraded to 119.8 part way through for this, and we're already on the verge of the cusp of 120, so all good stuff. Nomad series is going to be very interesting, because what with the additional mobs in 120 and the additional mobs that I intend to keep in from the Rust and Rot thing, we're in for a roller coaster on that one, I think. Only got the 3rds on that, didn't I? But yeah, so I was really pleased with the way. I mean, this kind of bit. This is an interesting conundrum. This kind of building, detailed, small, tiny, chiseled, lots of attention to very small details, is deeply satisfying. And it is also deeply time consuming, and at the end of it you end up with, in my opinion, what looks to be a very nice and detailed build. but it doesn't actually. Wow! Now this comes back to this mega build kind of argument that I've had about the predilection of content creators to go for massive builds. You know, this is small. This is small. This is actually quite small. This is not a big one, but this is less detail. There's a lot more blockage. There's a lot more vanilla blocks, a lot more detailed blocks, but less chiseling going on in here. A little bit of chiseling there, a little bit there, a little tiny bit to get that, and a bit of trickery. But other than that, this is kind of vanilla build. So, but I'm happy. I really do. I'm happy with the way this turned out. I'm happy with the way that tent is turning out. And I think Nomad is going to be interesting, especially seeing as I had the brainwave the other day, that I can carry more than one tent. So that means I could have a tent which is just chests, I could have a tent which is living quarters, cooking and all of that stuff, and I could have a tent which is, for all intents and purposes, a forge where we just put the anvil away before we pack it up. So yeah, it's an interesting one. Jenny, you could have had that space, but if we go back to our start, to our roots, we started on the map. Well, I haven't got the map anymore, but it was here, I think, was probably one of these big old ruins up here. Anyway, this one, I think, yeah, this one. We started up here and we came down, and obviously we've mapped stuff and I've had to reset the map. And when we found this ruin over here, which was a godsend, because it was fairly large and it's provided more or less almost all the blocks for this build, for this castle build. Gives you an idea of how big it was, but we've obviously stripped it down block by block. I'm just going to have those cranberries so I've got a munchable, and then reused it as we came up. But this is actually part of it. This was the bit of it in the ground. Most of it's been backfilled in, and we started off and we just built the castle wall, and then we've got, you know, built up from there really. And this has been a satisfying build, actually. Reusing ruins, these are obviously all ready for harvest as well, is quite an effective way of building. And it kind of sets your colour palette as well. You know, the ruin here was conglomerate, so predominantly conglomerate with a few others thrown in for good measure. But you know, we've got this tree farm doing its thing there, which again, that's been very effective. I mean, Terra Preta is going to be definitely an interesting one going forward, because things. But if we were continuing, we're certainly in a position where we could probably get into sales and everything now. Few saplings going, more mature crops. So you know, we're in spring. We'd be in for a good summer, I think, if we were working over there. This actually, I think, will still work in the new version. The only thing I think we need to do is the chisel thing. The doors opening and flapping open and shut was actually the Dana Tweaks mod, so that was less of an issue. The bee farm, the big kiln, really nice. These little things, and again, I would probably build these again. I think these are just a nice size for charcoal, and obviously they're ready if I wanted to. But this has been a really satisfying playthrough, and it's only really being shadowed by another series that's made this a little bit difficult sometimes for me to push myself playing two buildy series as a vintage story, because Nomad will not be a buildy series. It will be a move and explore, and we'll be building up our tents and building up our inventory and our technology base, but we won't be building large structures. So that'll be a different feel, I think, entirely. Rusty Gear Season 4, of course, will be a buildy series, so that will be where a lot of the build gets put in. I am definitely going to be doing a Minecraft series, One of my long-time viewers, Fiddly, has also got a pack that he's working on, which sounds very interesting. How soon it will be ready, I don't know. But yeah, anybody who's been a long-time viewer will know Fiddly's name. He's been a viewer of the channel for a long time, and has been an active commenter and contributor, and valued viewer and subscriber for a long time. But so yeah, there's a lot of developments coming along, but I've enjoyed this development. It has been interesting. I've pushed myself a little bit in the direction of this stuff around here, the extra foods, and we got some liquid chicken egg there, for example. We've got our wines and our syrups and stuff, and we will have expanded cooking in the Nomad series. That's what, and I'm absolutely certain we'll have it on Rusty Gears once things. But we are, at the time of you watching this, I'll be a week ahead of our first season 4 planning meeting, proper season 4 planning meeting. And as you know, watching this, there's, I think in terms of my plans, I have 3 more episodes of Rusty Gears season 3 planned. So lots of change coming to the channel throughout November and December. Hopefully it will be exciting, it will be fun. I've been quite frankly gobsmacked by the viewing figures on the Surrounded series. For what was just something I did for a bit of fun, that has actually generated a lot of views. So interesting, probably not from from a lot of my regular viewer base, but this has been a blast. I have really enjoyed this series. The fact I got to the Iron Age, and I could probably now get to Steel. There's obviously a lot of prospecting to do to find the relevant materials to build the steel furnace, the whatever it's, I can't remember what it's called, the steel thing, the thing that you make the steel blister steel in. It's just that all things come to an end. Sometimes they come to an end sooner than the things, and this seems to have come to a slightly unnatural end, which I'm a little bit sad about. But yeah, it's time to move on, time to get something new. So with that said, the only thing left to say for this episode, and I've got no idea how long I've recorded for, is thank you very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this series as much as I've enjoyed doing it, and I look forward to seeing you when I commence a nomadic lifestyle, and also onto bigger and better things in the on the Gears server as well. So till then, thanks for watching. Bye for now.